migration infrastructure and the production of migrants irregularity in Japan and UK really try to bring together two different bodies of migration studies literature. The first one is the research around the experience of what we call experience of illegality, and how the migrants leave the lack of document, the precariousness that comes with uncertainty of legal status. The second body of literature instead is linked to the development around the concept of migration infrastructure, which was very much developed within a Southeast Asian context, as is now becoming more mainstream migration studies, which tend to highlight the ways that migration is shaped and migrants' experience are shaped by a number of different components of elements that structure their experience, this infrastructural understanding. But what we do with the project is to expand the definition of migration infrastructure to not just look at the infrastructure of the journey, how people reach a destination, but also looking at the infrastructure of arrival, how people settle in a country, and additionally the infrastructure of departure, how the immigration enforcement operates, how people make the exit from the country in case, which is particularly relevant if we think about the position of undocumented migrants. And we look at those three moments, the infrastructure of arrival, of movement, and of exit, in understanding how the migrants with undocumented status engage or experience the two countries. So this is very much where the project is located. And the point that we make is that while a lot of previous research has been on undocumented migration, irregular migration, has emphasized the role of the law and the nation state in defining the experience of undocumented migrants, what we argue is that there are other actors that play an increasingly important role in shaping the everyday life of these vulnerable migrants.
移住インフラという概念に着目をして、イギリスと日本の非正規移民が置かれている状況を分析したものになります。で、移住インフラというと、従来は移民がどうやってきて、そこでどういう、ブローカーとか政府とか、ネットワークが関与しているかということに着目する概念だったんですが、私たちは移住というのはただ入国するだけではなくて、入国して、そこで定住をして、で、その国を出ていくまでの一連の過程ではないかということを考えて、従来移動に着目していたインフラに、セトルメントとエグジット、定住と出国という過程を加えて、分析をするということをしました。で、その結果、やはりインフラについては、定住、出国という過程も含めて考えることが重要ではないか。それが私たちの研究からの主なファインディングスになります。